Never interrupt an enemy while they're making a mistake moment. My new coworker Brad made it his mission to steal my biggest client from day one. I'd spent 3 years building this relationship from scratch. They were now 40% of my commission and the cornerstone of my reputation at the company. Brad was one of those guys who wore expensive suits but couldn't remember client names. Management loved him though. He'd gone to the same college as our VP and never missed a chance to mention it. Within his first week, Brad started telling everyone how he planned to fix the mess with my client. According to him, I was leaving money on the table and not leveraging our full service package. He didn't realize I saw he was adding himself to emails, pretending to help with my account. The most infuriating part was how he'd schedule meetings with my client without telling me, then accidentally forget to include me on important emails. When I'd bring it up, he'd just laugh it off. Sorry man, must have slipped my mind. We're all on the same team here, right? One Tuesday morning, I was grabbing coffee in the break room when I overheard Brad on his phone in the adjacent conference room. The door was cracked open, and I heard him say clearly, "Just trust me, Mr. Henderson. You'll save at least 30% when you switch everything to me next month. The current setup is way overpriced for what you're getting." My blood was boiling. Mr. Henderson was my client, the one who sent me a handwritten thank you card when I helped them through a major system transition last year. I almost burst into that conference room right then, but something stopped me. I took a deep breath and walked back to my desk instead. See, what Brad didn't know, what he never bothered to learn, was that this client had incredibly specific technical requirements. Their entire operation ran on a customized legacy system that nobody else in our industry still supported. I'd spent months learning their specialized software just to make our service compatible. Brad kept promising them impossible deadlines and features that our standard system couldn't deliver without my customizations. Rather than warning him or defending myself to management, I watched him dig deeper and deeper, promising more and more things we couldn't possibly deliver without my specific knowledge. Over the next 3 weeks, I documented everything. Every email where he made impossible promises, every meeting where he committed to timelines that couldn't be met. I even recorded a call where he guaranteed seamless transition without any service interruption. Meanwhile, I focused on providing exceptional service to my other clients, making sure my numbers stayed strong despite Brad's attempts to undermine me. I also quietly backed up all my custom integration code and documentation for Mr. Henderson's account. The day finally came when Brad formally pitched taking over the Henderson account to both our management team and Mr. Henderson himself. He'd prepared an elaborate presentation about all the improvements he'd make and the cost savings he'd deliver. I sat silently at the conference table as Brad clicked through his slides, promising the moon. When he finished, Mr. Henderson nodded thoughtfully and said, "This all sounds great, Brad, but what about our system integration? That's critical to our operation." Brad didn't even blink. "That's all standard for us now, sir. No problem at all." Mr. Henderson leaned forward. "Excellent. Could you walk us through exactly how you'll maintain those integrations? Maybe show us some of the code you'll use? Since we're considering this switch, I brought our tech director with me today." The color drained from Brad's face as he realized he had no idea what they were talking about. He stumbled through some generic tech jargon, but it was obvious he was completely lost. That's when I quietly slid a folder across the table to Mr. Henderson. "I took the liberty of documenting all current integrations and the maintenance schedule, sir, just in case you had questions." After reviewing the documents, Mr. Henderson not only decided to stay with me, but doubled their contract, adding 2 of their subsidiary companies to our service agreement. Brad was transferred to our smallest accounts team the following week.